Okay guys, I hope you see me well because it's not about me, as every time it's about the animals. But today I'm making a review of something I'm using now for a little bit. You'll see my screen at some moment on my phone, and you'll see a lot of stuff, so I hope you will enjoy that. Let's go!
Yoiki Tenkai Ebi no Heya.
So, what do I talk about right now? I'm talking about this little thing here, and I hope you will see that, otherwise there is light. This thing here, what is that? It is the Inkbird IBS-TH2. So what is it? It is a thermometer, hygrometer that I use almost everywhere. Oh, no, I'm using everywhere. On this thing here, I'll just for him. But this thing, because there is one here, there was one here. I hope you see one there. There it is. And there is also one over there. Here. So I'll show you how it works, and is it good, is it bad, is it something to use, is it something not to use, and how does it work, what it is, etc. So is it something that you will use a lot? Well, it's a thermometer, hygrometer, so yes, you will. Also, what is the point with using that kind of stuff? That kind of stuff is high tech. So for example, here on this one, for example, you will have this thermometer hygrometer that I used here, and then you will have the other one there, and I will show you on my phone how this thing works, because it is quite a thing, because now I'm in the 21st century with that kind of stuff, and I wanted to share with you that because it's super interesting to see all those technologies and stuff, So just little characteristic of these things. It's a Bluetooth geolocalization that you have to use to have them connected, and then you will have the access to all the data, but we will talk about all these datas right after I show you my screen. Okay guys, so what do you need to use those Inkbird stuff? First your localization, your Bluetooth on, and then you go on the app, which is Inkbird, and there you have all your thermometer, hygrometer when you have one, or at least one. If not, you can put on a plus, done, it will search a thermometer, hygrometer, a Inkbird product. Then you can see, as you can see here, why you use it. You have all here why you use it. You have interval, like this is all just normal stuff they use, and then when it's done, well, you have here, if it stops here, you have all your thermometer hygrometers. We'll take the first one, you go on settings, it's connected, you can give a name. Here I gave AodaReptile, so I know from where they come, from which enclosure it is. You have here the interval, so you can take the thermometer hygrometer can take up to 30,000 points of data, and from every 10 seconds to every 2 hours. I put this on 30 minutes because I think it's pretty good. Then you have the actual temperature here, you have the actual humidity here, an alert if needed. Here I only put the temperature alert and not the humidity alert because I don't need it. And if you want, you also have the diagram here. So you have a daily diagram normally here, so it's loading the data that it took from the thermometer hygrometer. You have here, for example, you have here like the whole data for 24 hours, or at least from midnight, when it's daily, from midnight or almost midnight. Here you have the weekly one, so you can see now from this date it has gone like this, see. And then you have monthly. What is monthly? Well, from the 17th I had it, I made it, I used it, so I see all the fluctuation, all the temperature. And if I want, I can also have the fluctuation in humidity, for example. And I see that it stays between like 50 here, maybe something, 50 something, a little less than 50, 49. Relative humidity up to like here 65, 68, 67. And I see all how that works. You can have as many as you want. I have here one for Serrata and Kawagi, as you saw, one for Taimen Suikuna, one for Ishiki and Kaguya, and one for Aoda and Garaga. How do you put the alerts? For example, here the alerts off on, and you can choose from 125 degrees to 38. I put it here. You can alert for humidity, for example, and you'll receive an alert and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty simple as to use. It's pretty easy to use, it's cool to use, etc. So let's make our outro. So at the end, is it a good product? Yes, definitely. Would I recommend it? Yes, definitely. Do you need it? If you already have something that's working, you don't have to buy it. But if you want something better, if you need a new thermometer hygrometer, let's go for it, because that's one of the best thing you can have. So it works on batteries, on battery cell, like AAA. I don't know what's the reference. I will put the picture here of an example. I don't know how it is in the US or Canada and all the other part of the world. I know how it is in Europe, but this is something I will use definitely a lot, definitely more. And every time I need one, I need a thermometer hygrometer, I think I'll use it. It's not even that expensive as the thing. It is like, I paid like 25 bucks for one. The only downside of that thing is, as you'll see, there is no like screen on it, so you always have to go to the app to know what's the exact temperature, if you want to see the exact temperature, for example. And yeah, that can be like pretty boring. It's also another thing is that you have to be at least at 30 meters from the thing to use it, so it's pretty like small range of stuff. So if I'm at work, for example, which is not that far, but that's quite far for these thermometer hygrometers, well, I can see from work how it is in the enclosure, for example, which would have been great. But I think for there are a lot more expensive thermometer hygrometers that are doing this. Here it's just a cheap one. That's not cheap, but that's a cheap, one of the cheapest I found. They're quite qualitative. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Don't forget to support USR. Don't forget Unicab. Don't forget responsible reptile keepers. I don't remember. I know, we'll never know. But go support them, and I hope to see you on the next one.